Hello everyone, today we'll be cooking some Maggi and the camera is pretty bad. I'm going to take the camera through my laptop, right? So we have our ingredients here. I have white carrot, I have white onion. So I actually went ahead and cut some parts. You might want to see that. Do you see that? Okay, so then you just have to take some tomatoes and beans and cut them into small pieces. You know that, right? So I'll go ahead with cutting this big carrot in small chunks. Alright? Be right back. Okay, just wash it to clean some pesticides. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we gotta remove this portion of the carrot for various reasons. But actually it's like, you won't get perfect symmetrical pattern, so I'll be like removing this. And you may want to check your carrot for some anomalies and I'll remove that as well. For example, look at this here. Someone has been very bad with the carrot. So I'm going to clean that as well by removing it. Okay. So I'll remove that. So let's do some ninja stuffs here now. Alright. This is a pretty tricky part. Like you gotta cut it into really small chunks so that the average composition of your food will have a mixture of various ingredients. I'll add to the taste. Right? So I'm making an attempt to cut into really small chunks. Okay? Probably if you want to really have good food, you may want to cut that into more small pieces. I mean like something like this and vertically and horizontally. Right? Okay. Reminds me of the Yakuzas cutting their fingers off. They'll like sort of take this and they'll cut this part, and so on. That's the Yakuza guys. And if you don't know what a Yakuza is, there's some Japanese mafia. They just cut fingers for respect and stuff like that. This is actually a very bad carrot to choose. You see how big it is. So we have like what? Big circular parts of this. Alright. Still I'll go ahead. Okay. So we're almost done. Holy shit. Oops. Forgive for that cuss word there. I'm just going to read this. It looks very tasty. This is how it looks now. Looks artistic, eh? Good. This was an awful bean, got left out in my cover. I got a cover here. The retail market was amused by my selection of small quantities of vegetables. That is very good. Okay. So we're going to onion here and I'll chop this one. I'll chop this part which is connected with the plant, right? Same place here. Now I'll make an attempt of removing this outer cover. yeah, I already have water it to remove all sorts of pesticides and dirt. Washing is really important. You gotta wash all your vegetables, right? That was a clean job. Look at this. It's pretty amusing, eh? I'm gonna remove some little part over here. I'm gonna wash this again. So hang in there. Alright. Oops. And now let's cut this into some smaller chunks, right? Okay. Can you see that? Yes, you can. So let's first cut this in its midsection, and you gotta cut something like this and this, you know, smaller pieces. That's what everything is about. For perfect mathematical harmony. Talking about mathematical precision harmony reminds me of that white dude in the Matrix. Was that the architect, right? Yeah, that was a crazy dude. So, at here again, we make a very great attempt cutting this into small pieces. Onion is pretty good vegetable. It allows it to be cut into smaller pieces. I like onions, but I don't like that part which makes you cry. By the way, I'm not crying now. I don't know. This looks like a pretty onion, and it's sacrificing itself very gracefully so far, right? Okay, that's a really good piece of cut. I mean, you can say that's like, I can say this is my masterpiece. I haven't cut this properly in ages. Okay, so we go ahead with this. You know what? All those terrorist dudes out there, they should cut vegetables instead of cutting people. They'll be like, what, great cooks? Yeah. So again, we make great attempts at cutting this into smaller pieces. We're almost done. I'm pretty hungry. You can cut. Oh, I started to cry now. That was a great friend right there. Crying is good sometimes. Clears your eyes and shit like that. Okay, I'll do some justice with this carrots and cut it like this, right? Be careful with your fingers right there. We're not the Yakuza people, right? Whew. I'm crying pretty bad right now. It's changing my eye. I guess it has some kind of an enzyme which reacts with your eye membrane and irritates it. I read that somewhere long back, maybe the Discovery Channel or something like that. Alright, so my vegetable thing is almost done, so we'll mix it really good, right? Now it's like you know, if you have cut this into much smaller pieces, you would have mixed it really good, right? Alright, so there you go. That's like some art right there. If I paint that, just imagine, I'll be like what, millionaire or something. Alright folks, I got this noodles, and in India Maggi is like pretty popular. So in case, you know, just take any favorite noodle of yours, and I'll show you what seppuku is. And yeah, don't try this too. Just have to take this. There you go. That's called seppuku. And Japanese samurai used to do that. That's again for risping and stuff like that. Right, I'll show you how to break this. So we have this right here, right? So we have to, I'll powder this, like, okay, now you can see that. Alright, so Hulk smash. There. You feel like what, superpower right now? Powder this thing. Alright. And I'll powder this too. There you go. Powdering is really good. You can mix it really well. Right? Some more. Video. Don't disturb. Oh, that was my friend back there. Alright, so we have this one right now. Let's save it for later, right? But I have this habit of opening this and keeping it aside so that when so let's just open. You don't disturb me. Okay, I'll pause it.